Hi, this is Rena, and today we're going to talk about being true to your word. We have just underestimated what is the power of being true to our word. For example, when I was younger, my mom was always concerned about my weight. In fact, we used to go to this pediatrician that would always put me on the scale, and I weighed like 70 pounds. And he would tell me, hey, if you don't lose weight, this is an 8-year-old that looked totally fine. If you don't lose weight, you're always going to have a weight problem. So at some point, their words became my words, and I started talking to myself like I would always have a weight problem or that weight management would be tough for me. So I kept the word to myself. I made their word my word. Has there been anyone in your past that maybe has said things about you that are degrading or not true, and then you made their word your word? I remember before I did all my mindset work and built my business, I was really mean to myself because all the mean things that other people had said to me, I just said to myself because I thought perhaps if my nose was different and I looked different or acted different or was more athletic, I would have a better life. And what I realize now is their words don't have to be our words. So let me give you 3 steps on how to get out the pain so we talk to ourselves with love and honoring that we would deserve. I went to my friend's mom's funeral and I just realized how positive and amazing we talk about somebody once they're gone. But we need to be talking about people like that while they're still here. And we certainly need to be talking to ourselves like a funeral eulogy while we are still here. So step number 1, cry it out. Cry it out, write it out, speak it out. If you have any feelings that give you tension, that make you angry, that cause frustration, cry it out, talk it out, write it out. Get as much of that as you can out of your body. Now, think about it this way. Like you have a tub of polluted water. Putting 1 or 2 buckets of clean water, the water's still dirty. You have to just keep putting in bucket after bucket after bucket of clean water to get that tub totally pure. If I could go back and change anything in my life, I wouldn't take away my lessons, but I would have cried out my pain sooner, recognized it, gotten the help, and cried it out sooner, because the level of success that I had in my business once I was done was so amazing and noticeable that I wish I had not wasted time holding on to old baggage. Your second option, when we have a voice in our head, it might be our parents' voice or a teacher's voice or even a doctor's voice that says we're less than, we're not good enough, we're not capable. Take 1 step that is against the voice. So for example, if the voice says you're not capable of driving long distance, drive a half an hour drive or drive a 2-hour drive. Start just challenging the voice with little steps. Now, is that voice going to go away? I have always been great at highway driving, but city driving scares me, and especially when I moved from the Midwest to this huge city that I live in now. We were coming back from New York one day, and my biggest fear was to end up in downtown Washington, D.C. on Massachusetts Avenue. And lo and behold, we got lost before GPS and maps and ended up lost in downtown on New York Avenue and Massachusetts Avenue, and I was flipping out. But you know what? I survived. So that kind of challenged that belief that this driving in this big city as a small town Midwestern girl was going to be hard for me. And now I have totally conquered city driving. So if we have that voice in ourselves that makes us question ourselves, that gives us self-doubt, maybe something that was put in the past, the first thing you want to do is start making small challenges to see, is that voice really real? The final thing is get yourself a build yourself up box. So this is a shoebox that I have, and if you're in a bad mood or you're sad or you've had a rough day, and you know how you think everyone in the world's against you and everything's going wrong, things are just not going to work out ever. The days you have something like that, you pull out that box. I have a mixtape from the 1980s in that box. I have some of my favorite chocolates in that box. And I have a bunch of notes that people wrote to me thanking me for what I have done for them. So sometimes we just need a shift in perspective and to see how someone else sees us. We need to know that whatever is in our heads, right? The mind is a dangerous neighborhood, never go in these 6 inches alone, but to look outside ourselves and get those fresh perspectives of we have made a difference and we have done great things. I think it's so interesting that when people die, we say nice things, but when they're alive and when we're alive, we're not saying nice things. When people have those little notes, keep them and have that little build me up box. So if you're having a rough day, you don't want to be one of these people where you think you're never going to have a rough day. We're going to have ups and we're going to have downs. And the point is to make the down as short as possible. So have that build me up box where you can just go through, have some photographs of great memories and get yourself back up as fast as possible. We are totally capable, strong women. We are responsible for our emotional resilience. And these 3 tips are going to help you get the emotional resilience you want. I just made this amazing 7-step guide on how to have a millionaire's mindset. These are the steps I took to achieve the millionaire's mindset and really grow my business. Go ahead and scan the QR code and get your copy of the guide today. If you like this video, go ahead and click like, and I'd appreciate it if you share it.